Good morning, and thank you for joining today's live show, even if you're not live. And Patreon members, we did just put out a quick video. Make sure you're watching that. If you're seeing this video today, at any point you're not able to come to the live show, maybe you click on this video when it's not live. Patreon members, go look at the video we just put out. We did talk about mainly how this is where we could find opportunity here, actually. And I gave you a couple of stocks to pay attention to over on Patreon that I like the look of them so far. And I think that they would be potential trade setups. So I think they're very, very nice. We do have those daily expected moves in the bottom right corner for you. And it's a good thing yesterday when we were paying attention to, people during my live show were saying like, this could be the fake sell. This could be fake bear control and that kind of thing. It's a fake, it's a fake, it's a fake. And I just go, okay, that's fine. But I'm not going to place money based on me thinking it's a fake. And I personally didn't think it was a fake, right? We were just going, hey, we rejected from here. Bears are in serious control. I even told you guys that I sold my calls I was possibly holding for Friday, right? So we are heading to the downside. We can talk about those potential opportunities if someone asks about them, but Patreon members, we do have that out there for you. 280 puts are about to print. Let's go, Yomar. Nice. You just see the rejection there. He took a chance with it. I like it. After VIX has a pop like it did. It has aftershocks, and I believe that. Yep. Will T, good morning. It's the end of the world. Oh, yeah. By the way, guys, look where we're at. We're in the zone. We're in the zone. Auto zone. Hey, thank you, Omar, for the $2. I hope that it works out for you, buddy. You were paying attention to the rejection, and that's perfect. It didn't go as high as I wanted. I wanted us to reject from a higher level. But we're getting into our little zone, right? Our little zone in here. Well, I guess technically it's a big one, right? Technically it's a pretty big zone. Wanted to mark this stuff off, but for today, we do have, if you need the second standard deviation, Patreon members, you should have that as well. We'll see if we're able to get down to something like that today. But overall, is this a good thing? No, this is how we kind of continue downside, and you do not see any inclination of this bottoming out. So if this is some kind of crazy rigged, just crazy thing, that would make sense. If you look at the daily for the SPX 500, you can kind of see the buying bar that we would want to hold up in. So that's pretty interesting to me. That's the crazy thing about this market right now is it can go back to bullish at any point. This is not dramatic. I know. That's crazy, right? But this can go bullish at any point. This is not dramatic. Sorry, that's not the way to put it. It is dramatic, but don't let the drama steer you away from like where is price right now. Price is still in a good spot. We'll tell you if it starts to go in a bad spot. You're crossing down here. We'll tell you if it's in a bad spot. And so that means if price is getting to somewhere I do like where price is getting now. I can sit there and I can go, all right, what things are showing me opportunity? And that's exactly what we talked about over on Patreon. Patreon members, seriously, go pay attention. Go look at the video I just posted. We talked about some setup opportunities with stuff that is not looking that risky, really. That's very nice, though. Bad news for market, but cheaper prices for us. We have a shortened trading week next week. It'll be interesting. Yeah, Jonna, did you check out that video, by the way? Because I don't know, like the SPY's not going to be good at showing you those divergences. We're back, right? Someone was like, why aren't we paying attention to divergences as much? I'm like, well, volatility's below 20. Price action here is very, very important. We noticed that the price action rejected. Now we're above 20 and we go, sick. Let's use those divergences. Yeah, Jonna, go watch the video. And more towards the last 5 minutes or so, we talk about opportunities. Okay. I'm down for all the way to 550. What was it? 550. Where's this low right here? I'm down for 550. I'm all the way down for 550. Let's go. Let's go. 550. Let's do it. We have a long time here now, I think. Unless we're able to just see a boom straight away in the morning, this is most likely to continue, because what did we lose? This right here. So now we're going to look for what? Divergences. We are going to be looking for those divergences on the 30-minute and 2-hour time frame. You can see volatility is just skying up there, right? just skying. And you're probably going to get like a 5 minute like pull back in this, and then it tries to go again, and then we'll see if that 30-minute can turn up. But there are some weirdly enough, there are some opportunities out there, and we talked about them on Patreon. Why market vomit? I think it was something to do with like Apple and tariffs and things like that. So something that is a little bit new. So I think this is a little bit more justified. This drop is more justified than like this drop is what I'm overall thinking. But this is a real reason. Yeah, that's how it kind of works with these things, huh? When did you Apple calls? Um you had the divergence play, but you should be out of the play here. You should be out of the play in here. So let's make sure we're setting that plan for if things go wrong. And if you buy calls here, you have no inclination of turning back around, right? You really don't have that much inclination. You might have had like a 5-minute divergence that said, hey, you can get a 30-minute pop, and it just goes sideways, and then it drops again. The bad part is you tried to take this back, right? So how does this work? Boom, 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 boom. New high. Ooh. Breaks it. Breaks it. Opens the door to downside. So I don't know about that. I don't think you really had a lot of information here that said like, oh yeah, this is going to be good, but maybe you saw something and it was good and then it just went bad. You weren't able to react because of the gap now. Maybe you saw something that was good and you're like, this is the moment. And then you weren't maybe reacting in that last 30 minutes of the day. I'm not trying to like put you on the spot or anything like that, by the way. I'm just like talking myself through it. Like if I had a trade, I would say if I took something here, me personally, not you, if I took something here and I saw that, I probably just wasn't paying attention to like the 5 minute and if we lose the low and if we have a chance to go down. That's what I would say would be my problem there, and I would just own up to it. Thankfully, I had SPY calls going into Friday, by the way, degenning a little bit. I told you guys I was going to degen in these areas outside of the weekly move, and I did for Friday. But did you remember yesterday during the live show, I was looking at that 5-minute, and we saw this low break, and I said on the retest into this area, if we fail that, I'm out. And this went boom, 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 and I was just like, okay, I'm out. It's too much risk, and then you lost this low as well. So I'm not trying to beat you up or anything. I'm trying to get your mentality to kind of think through it. Buy on XPX today. They're up 15. Double dark. Well, congratulations. Yeah, Oakland. That's why yesterday when you were saying that this is like the fake bear control, you're still in a risky place as far as price action goes, whether you know that information or not. And that's kind of why I disagreed with you a little bit yesterday at the end of the live show. I thought you could have had an inclination. I thought you could be right because of expiration. I genuinely do. I think I was like slightly with you, but I was like, as far as price action goes, this just means you can't take a bullish trade when you just reject that hard. You know, if you had a bullish trade, it says get the hell out, is what the 5-minute was saying. We tried to go over that during the show yesterday too, but we did talk about those opportunities. Where's Jonna? Did she go check it? I hope 565. Trade talk, temper tantrum. God dang it, Trump, man. This freaking guy, dude. 540 today. 540 today? 540 is if you at least would have said 550, I would have gave you like a 0.1% chance, not 0.00000. Heel toe. 10 lots, short, June, 550, SPY. Let's go. Born to win. This is a great move. It's a 1% move. You know, if you have downward moves and you see price action like this, do not act like it will continue, right? Or if you're going to act like it will continue, make some freaking money off of a move like this, dude. This is insane. This is insane. Like if you were like, I just didn't have the confidence to short after being long right here. I just didn't have the confidence to be short, unfortunately. God, I'm still like, damn it. I saw the short too, right? We saw the retest and I was like, this is it. I just didn't do it. God. But hey, you guys did, and I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. You guys are awesome. Good job. Looks like the lower point you're looking at for the daily 95% line would be 570. 570. Right in here. So this would be your 95% daily line, and you're at your 95% weekly line as well. For the time being. You gotta take this back now. You're way down here, so now you gotta do that. So bulls are gonna have a rough time now. And if we curl over daily charts, then it's probably like any kind of behavior that's like up and down here will probably lead to just down. And then you'll see like a 2-hour divergence, so we can turn this thing back around. This might take its time. We're gonna get our selling man go away. Maybe it's over, right? We don't know with this one. I have a few stocks that I showed off on Patreon that could be suggesting like, hey, their downside is kind of over, or at least they're going to get a reaction up soon. I wanted to see if Patreon members could look at that real quick and see what they thought. We like second opinions. Good morning, Bernie. How you doing? Think we could see 570 at open? You might gravitate to that level, genuinely. You might gravitate to 570. Or this could set up. Here, let's look at futures. I'll look at futures with you on a 5-minute. So here's what could happen is we get some kind of reaction, right? Notice we're not making a new low right now. So where are we going to go? We might go up a little bit. Then we get into these sellers. Then you crawl back down, right? You come down into these type of levels. Maybe we set something up in here. You see that cross through, and that's how it builds back. So 5-minute on futures or anything like that, not the best. We'll pay attention to it. I'll look at it once the market actually opens. So pretty much for the SPY, what would that mean? That would mean on the 5-minute scale, you need to watch what it's going to do. It could just do this right away and then just fail, and then maybe make another one and go like this to get to that 570. Then you get to 570 and you see if that thing can rip above, get a retest, and then you go again. And then this is where you could potentially have a bottom, but I would more so be inclined to believe this continues for another 2-hour push down. If you look at the 2-hour, this 2-hour is deep. And if you look at it on futures as well, you do not see really any inclination of this turning around. You just don't. So if it turns around in V shapes, it's going to be some kind of, just trap that we couldn't see coming, because you're still holding okay price for the 2-hour, but it's still like very bad. It's bad. 2 hours different on the SPX 500, so I shouldn't say that. But this is not good. This is not good. So you could literally do this, do this, do this, then you bounce all the way up, and then you could get rejected from these sellers again. Even if you take back this high, you could get rejected from those sellers again. So I'm not the happiest with this. And I think also you could see all of this, right? And then it curls up to take back that high, but you don't get through those sellers, right? So this could extend for a bit of time. We're going to be going negative, but there are some stocks that are showing, hey, if I do this, I'm saying the momentum's shifting back up, not the SPY, not the Q. So Patreon members, we said in that video, you don't have to know the exact direction of where the SPY is going right now. You're a trader who looks at multiple stocks over here on the right side of your screen. So if one of your strategies, aka the one that we really talk about, right? We're going to get into price action more in the course, the full technical analysis course, which you only have a week left of that sale, by the way, 80% off. But now we have volatility above 20, so I can watch for what? I can look for divergences. And we showed you a couple of those stocks that I actually kind of enjoyed, and I looked at daily moves. I didn't have them up on the chart, unfortunately. I was moving on the fly. We looked at the weekly moves, and we looked where they were at for the monthly, and they're right in the middle of the month. They're right in the middle of those monthly moves. They got some divergences that could form. You got to wait and see what happens, right? We got to make sure things are confirming and things like that. And then also, we just go, we don't have to know exactly where the SPY is going all the time. We could just see a nice little 2-hour, swing trade setup based on our 30-minute divergence, right? Yes, you can, Fennel. You will always, it is yours, buddy. If you double dark, I'm going to give you a rule here. If you're ever in a trade that ever gets to one of my dotted lines, when we have a dotted line up, if you ever get there, you take your fucking money. You literally are. So here's what that usually means. You are part of, if you took a trade down to that weekly expected move at any point, you are catching a 5% trade. You will only see that 5% of the time. So most of the time, I would say this is another extreme decision-making area. Now you're seeing dramatic things. It can continue. I like to say don't get greedy, but just like this is a decision-making opportunity, this is where you would say, oh, okay, I took a trade to the downside. Decision-making opportunity. Okay, I'm going to take profit and leave like 2-3 runners. Okay, now those runners that are here, this is that next decision. This is the point where the runners go. You go, hey, those runners printed, right? So if you were lucky enough to have the balls to be like, I'm just holding puts here, and you still have like 20 contracts down here, not 2, and you see that, you say, oh, thank you, right? That's how it works. That's how it works with my decision making, right? You have to figure out what's best for you. But when I hit this dotted line, whether it's red or purple, I sell personally. You do what's best for you. You can still leave runners in this case. If you have longer dated options, I would still take some profit in some way and just leave runners in case we go fill gap at 564. But for the time being, this can easily do what? It can literally do this, go like this, go down again. Then it can go up. Then it can fail and go right back down. So all of this could beat you up. You don't know if this is just going to drop like a rock. It is dropping like a rock right now, but do you know that it's going to continue to do that? I want to buy into the dip. How would you suggest approaching the situation? DCA. DCA is good. Look for an extreme discount. I'll just tell you what we've been saying on this channel a lot, MLG. I'll just tell you the stock that I'm personally invested in. It is still Target. Target is great. It is, look at it. I just want to talk very, very, very simply about this, okay? Look from like a weekly perspective and just go, am I getting a discount? That's all you really like right away. You're just like, am I getting a discount? You're getting 64% off the stock from all-time high. Not suggesting it has to get there, but it's suggesting, hey, this has a lot of room to grow and not a terrible amount to drop because we're in that little zone. That's 1. 2, what does Target give you? Target gives you a dividend of 4.82%. That's great. That's cash flow for you. Your money's going to make money if it just parks it in Target, regardless of price. 3, what does Target sell? Is Target selling little China knickknacks? Sometimes. But what do they really sell? They sell groceries. They sell clothing, right? They sell bedding. They sell electronics. But most of it comes down to they sell necessities, so I like it. And I'm getting a discount. And I like where price is at. You're literally at 2020 lows right now. And it can go lower, right? But this is how investing really works. And I don't see us really, I don't see us, seeing some Target crash until at least like 2026, 2027. I'm willing to hold this forever and just make that dividend money. Maybe I'll like sell at highs and just see if it can make it back down here again if it's that much growth. But I really like Target. You guys don't understand. And I'll shout it from the rooftop. I don't care. Hey, Bitcoin, I might get my daily pullback now. Please. Ah, yes. Where's the 4-hour at now? What's the 4-hour? Or maybe I needed the 2-hour because I think 4-hour can continue, right? It's got it. It's 3, triple. Kind of triple there. I'm just worried the 4-hour just keeps going, though. Man, it's been pretty resilient. This isn't a sell, by the way. For Bitcoin, it's different as far as investing. When I was holding on to Bitcoin, I wasn't looking for moments to sell. I was looking for moments that looked really risky on like weekly charts. But I was overall like, oh, okay, we're going to experience a pullback. I didn't sell. And then if that pullback turned back up and got to that key level, I would just be like, okay, now I can buy a little bit more, right? It's kind of like those little areas to buy on the way up. I don't see bad things for Bitcoin here. I see what? Pathway higher. We dip down. Woo! We dip down. Woo! That's good. Left head, right shoulder, maybe. Okay, Jonna, you did see it. Okay, you have a couple of stocks to pay attention to today. The setup isn't confirmed. Nothing is confirmed there. You're experiencing extreme volatility. But if we take it individually, hey, are my 3 to 5 reasons there? If yes, am I comfortable with the trade? You can ask yourself that in this environment. If yes, oh, what kind of move could this get? Where would be my maybe target? What high do I need to pay attention to in order for this to be bullish? And where could I reject from for management of risk? All of those things can come into play at this time. It's nice. That's so sick, Diana. Why don't you marry it since you love it so much? Target acquired. Yeah, I'll pay attention to it, Jonna. I'll pay attention to them on my other charts. Sorry for not showing you the right charts this morning. That was lame of me. I'm trying to think which one I lean towards more. Because both showed pathways up and 2 hour, or I'm sorry, 2 hour? Did 2 hour lose the critical level? 2 hour lost one critical level, but it has to lose like way deeper. Let me see here. Boom, boom. Yeah, so I would just treat this like a reaction up. And I would look for potential rejections towards 14. I don't mind this look at all, though. I'm really liking it. I might just dabble with it if I see something on the 5 minutes. So I'll let you know if I get into it. Either one. I'll post it in the I'll say which one I get into and how I'm planning it. Or at least how I'm gonna get into it. When. Ah shit, wrong tab. I'll put it in the money making talk. Freaking Trump, dude. Nvidia options turn green. I gotta figure out. I need like 4 screens to get my other. I need to get my. I should get my Patreon chat out. You know. Okay, we're good. I'll just let you know when I think the setup looks good. Right now, it doesn't look good. Right. We see no inclination that it looks good yet. You're gonna have to be patient. I'm gonna make sure the setup is like real good. Or he's getting conditioned to buy any dip, especially after Trump tweets. It's true. You're in downtrend right now, though. This is where we could pull back into next week as well. We see no inclination of SPY having to turn around. We see certain stocks that look like they could get a 2-hour bounce. We have to be very clear about that. We're not trying to say like, oh, these ones that we're looking at over on Patreon are like, oh, they're going to just go to all-time highs. Hey, if they hold positive trend, you can still just chill on it. But for now, you kind of want to be like, okay, I'm just playing a bounce, right? These are the type of things that I like, and I'm ready for it, man. I'm pumped. I love the looks, man. I think it looks good. Man. Oh, hell yeah, man. Trump spoke, and then everyone says, oh, it's Trump, but really they were looking for a reason to do this anyway. If it wasn't Trump, they were going to say, oh, this rich person's talking about Moody's. People who are upset at who says what when they say it, just know most of the time it's big money, market makers, and everyone like that. They're the ones really doing the manipulation. The news is just covering their foot tracks. Like, this is why if your first inclination is to get mad at someone who said something, like, it's just, you're just getting mad for like what's I would consider almost no reason. It's just a distraction. Sounds like big money. It sounds like CTAs want cheaper prices before they hop in. I just thought it was later, Jake. I thought it was later. That's the only thing. But hey, at least we had monthly expected move. 594 puts. I closed way early. Damn. Oh, you got we literally talked about rejection and the Bears being in control at the end of the video. Yes, like end of the live show. GEV? What's GEV? I never know ticker names. I always. Do you have a monthly expected move for this? This is fishy behavior here. You never made the new low yet. You have divergences suggesting you're about to. You have divergences. Yeah. Oh my god. What the heck is this company? Like, is it? Let me read real quick. What the fuck? Is that a shitty dividend? Oh, it's a buy, guys. Remember, your analyst rating and your technicals say it's definitely a buy right here. Volatility curve. It has volatility curve increasing. Electric power industry, its products and services generate, transfer, orchestrate, convert, and store electricity. Firm operates through the following segments: power, wind, and electrification. The power segment includes design, manufacture. Okay. Okay. If I had moves for this, it would be much easier, but I'll bring it over and show you guys what I'm looking at. First of all, let's go daily. We'll do this from the ground up. Ready? You ready for this? We'll do this from ground up. So if you're getting this, you know, and you haven't bought the course yet or anything like that, I guess you're welcome. First of all, what caused this move? Who can tell me? Who out there can tell me what caused this move? Come on now. Oh, we'll look at hymns too, man. Daily divergence, perfect answer. Daily divergence at the low. What high do we need to take back? This one. What do we see? We see what? We see this right here. Okay. So we go boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. We go above that level. We retest in that level. Right shoulder that could have been. We bounce up. We come all the way back down into that level to retest, and we go. Perfect. Okay, now let's talk about now. Now that you understand what happened down here, let's try to understand what's going on down here. All right, this caused a massive move to the upside. Do we see the opposite of this here? No. We just see one big curl up. So most likely you're going to do what here? You're going to see a daily pullback soon. I think that daily pullback, I would really be paying attention to right here in this 400. I like 400. I like all the way down to this full bar right here of 366. And if we really wanted to get ugly, hey, I still like these levels down in here of 320. I think you're more inclined to pay attention to what? Right here, like 393, 400. Okay, now why am I talking about that? Well, because it's completely overdone. And if I sit there and I go, I have to, make a decision right now, where's the next trade? It's a bullish one to the upside. But let's say you wanted to try to play something like this. You wanted to see if you could catch that 50-point move down. Well, let's see if it sets up for you. Oh, look at that. You have divergence all across the MACD. Oh, these divergences. Okay, when you made this one, do you see this? When you do this and you wipe out divergence, what would we always say? It's going to continue. It continues one more time. And now what are we setting up? A divergence that is overall flat up here, and now it's down. So if this crosses down, it still can continue. Did you know that? That's your management of the trade, right? Make sure it's not just going into the buyers and then just turning back up. But maybe this is enough for you to make some money for like a little, month out play that you could sell maybe even next week. And so this 2 hour is showing all the divergences. This is suggesting that we head down. So what does the 2 hour need to lose to continue to head down? Well, if it loses this right here, then it's going to probably bounce up to retest very quickly. Then it'll break down. You'll see a little something like this. And that's how you get down to these levels. If you don't break that low and you hold up anywhere around that gap, that's where you could turn around. All right, now let's see if that's very possible for the 2 hour to at least turn down. Maybe all I need is a 2 hour move down. 30-minute. You have confirmed divergence here. So this says, if I'm playing divergences and I understand how to do those things, I can take something here, watch for that retest, see if we make a new low. And if we make a new low, we're probably going to come back to that price and do this. All right, we're going to retest those sellers. So if we make a new low here, that's very good. I could say, okay, I'm going into this to the downside. If this breaks that low, I'm very confident that it will continue, right? And then if it continues to break lows or I make enough money on a drop down, I'm happy. But you have divergence right here. You have divergence all the way across. You have divergence across your whole RSI. I don't have monthly moves and things like that. But this is why we're saying if the price is going to continue to be irrational, it would hold up here. If the 2 hour is going to continue to be irrational, it would probably hold up here. And then if it pulls down to these type of levels, your daily pullback might be over. All right, so this could take like 2 weeks to get down here, by the way. So make sure to give yourself some time. But that's a great little setup. Like I might even look at, what is GEV? I just don't have monthly moves or weekly moves, which I usually like to have. Monthly and weekly moves. Yeah, so I would look at like June 20th. Put side. Whoa. Oh yeah, it's just expensive. You can grab like a couple like if you don't want to do too much, honestly, you could do the whole value thing, right? So if the plan is like, hey, see if this level gets taken out, you could look at anywhere from 420 all the way down to 400, I think. It would be pretty, it's still like on the expensive side for a lot of people. So if you wanted to try to just do 2 weeks and make a little trade out of it and just sell premium, I think that makes sense. For me, I really like to take multiple contracts for management and for leaving runners and those things these days. So I don't like the pricing of these options 28 days out, personally. But you could literally grab like, you could grab a couple 390s. That's what I think. But, and then you just have to watch the trade, right? Because look at the trade right now. Is this bearish right now? Right? You're taking a bearish play when it's not bearish. So you have to understand what's the management for the trade in the course for the very simple way to manage a trade here. Well, if I take it on this, let's say I took it yesterday on the good this is the great confirmation, by the way. But what can happen? The 15-minute could just curl up and this could keep being irrational. So if we make a new high here, we make a new high, and then we come back down and retest, it still would say risky. Risky, right? Because that could just go boom. So if the 15-minute curls up, the play is off. If it curls right back down, you can try it again. If we reject from here, that would be great. But you need to lose these things. So I understand. I would give yourself plenty of time. I think you could reach down a pretty good amount. I think you could reach down to, I would even say taking options at this level, as long as you're tactical with it and like, hey, I'm looking for that 2 hour move down to like here. And then you just go, okay, that's what, like 40 points? That's like 40 points right there. And then you just say, okay, someone's going to want those contracts down there now. And this is probably double or triple at that point. So that's how I would look at it. I think it's risky to, as you make a new high, see if you haven't gotten in the play yet, you made a new high now. So wait. It says wait. Wait. On the 30-minute, sorry. 15-minute, you're making a new high. So you have to wait now. You just made a new high. So now you would say, okay, now we need to take this out. Then we need to take this out. Then we can break down. Right? Because you made a new high, which means you're very likely to do what? You could surge, and then you could see this. So you want to be paying attention to these type of things. Right? Shorting something that's really bullish, trying to call a top on something is risky. This is why I was talking about the pricing of the options. Because if I wanted to buy the amount of time I wanted, a contract that I liked was like 600 for one contract. That's fine. I'm comfortable buying, you know, say $3,000 worth is what I like, right? That's kind of the high end. And we made a new high, so just be clear, that's off now. So for this would say I really want that risk managed play. I want that hedge-like play. And if it goes down dramatically, I'll still make good money. But the options are priced so highly that with like, say, $500 to $1,000, I can only get one or maybe two contracts. So yeah, I just wanted to walk you through my mentality when I'm looking at things like this. And do you see how it's just surging? All this has to do is wipe out the divergences. You never got this to lose this morning. So now the direction is still up. All right. I think you're on the right idea here that this needs to daily pullback. I think you're on the right idea here. And if you play it tactically and you got a good bankroll for sure, then it's good. But I would still make sure price is breaking down. All right, bouncing off of that 95% line in the sand. I got to keep my eye on a couple of stocks over here. Going to look at this real quick. Oh, we're booming. We're booming right out the gate. Wow. For the stocks that we're paying attention to, aren't we? Okay, Palantir able to hold up better too. Don't we still need to fill gap though for Palantir? We still didn't fill that gap. I'm not convinced it's turning around yet. I think we have some time here. I'm gonna be patient. I'll tell you guys if I hop into something. How'd you did? You did good? Hell yeah, Ta. Yo, Oakland had some. That was good on Hims. Sorry, I really wanted to break that down with mentality just to help people out. Like when you're looking at like trying to call a top, what's the last thing you think about as well right before you do it? You look at the pricing and you look at position size and you go, wow, if I want to buy a month-long put, it's going to cost a decent amount. If I wanted to take on a little bit more risk, I could only do 2 weeks. I wouldn't want to go that far out of the money if I'm going 2 weeks though. That's really far. You're going 20%, 10, 15% out the money. Usually I like that anywhere below 10%. Thank you for your insights, brother. I sold my put position at the open. Congratulations, KK. Okay, someone was listening about the rejection at the end of the day where I sold my calls. Thank goodness. I'm glad some of you guys were able to do it. I didn't do it. I didn't have confidence we'd see a big drop. I had confidence that we might see like this, right? You heard me saying that, but I didn't think this would be some kind of massive thing. Nice job, guys. A lot of people posting those wins. That's awesome. Patience when saw it. I found the best between 3 a.m. and 7:30 Central Time. Wow. So you're up, man. You're up early. Can you look at GME? Yes, we will pay attention to these guys. They're good. You guys know I already sold one AMC package of options there, right? Still invested in this guy. New high for the day. That's always good. This is great. Next level to break through to really see something good, $33. You want a gap above that bad boy next week, baby. You want a gap above that bad boy. As far as AMC goes, AMC's got to lose 310 first before we can start talking real bearish. You have forms of divergence here, so this could be the time that it happens. But GME's screaming with no divergence, so I'm not inclined to believe like this is really, really bad for AMC or GME. I think it still looks great. You haven't lost a low, and you're still making new highs. It's pretty great. That's all you really need there. Is it going to continue? Well, when it's not going to continue, you're going to see what from this little 5 minute? You're going to go boom. Then you're going to probably retest. Then you're going to go boom. And then weirdly enough, down in here, what could that be? That could literally just be your 30-minute pullback to go do what? Grab buyers. So is it really bearish? No, it has a lot of time to try to be bullish for as long as it can. It really does. It's holding up well. Just today to watch unload them. If you're unloading, we got to do this. Let's see if we get anything in here. The best unload areas would be here, anywhere in this box. Depending on the position size, there's another one right here. If you get to this one, I would say that's a great unload. And it's still just a retest. Now, you might say, oh, if this is just booms, you might be missing out. But just remember how you're feeling right now. If it starts to do this, just remember how you're feeling right now. You have to take out this. You don't even know, but there's another one above you as well. There's all of this in here now, too. Like, literally, this continuing is very, very likely. Very likely. Even on 5-minute, like, you see it. Okay, it's doing good things, but where's it rejecting from? Well, you see the sellers again. You have forms of divergence here as well for the extended, but regular, you're just sitting. So that means I'm paying attention to here and here. You know, we can go find stuff with that morning price action. Still have my 575 put on SPY. I think 570 possible. Yikes, man. I think it could. I don't think you're going to go from like extremely bearish behavior to just bullish all of a sudden. I think it takes its time today. That's why I'm going to be patient with it. I'll let you guys know, Patreon members, about those two that I was talking about. GE looks really overextended. GE. $30-minute. Oh, yeah. 30-minute lost here. You have 5-minute. 5 minutes doing what it needs to do to try to come back right now, but rejecting from those sellers. So you might have more time there. 30-minute was able to break down. Did we see a pathway lower here? No. No pathway lower from 228. I would be looking for retest right now. I think 30-minute retest of 233 to gap fill, or even all the way up to 235.90 is still bearish. Looking at this for GE, what can we pay attention to from our swing trading course that's only $50 down there? What can we pay attention to? Positioning of the MACD. So what does the positioning of the MACD tell us? We should be looking for what? A lower high. And now we're going to show you guys price action, what you're looking for as far as rejection goes. When you're looking for, hey, where could we set up that lower high? Right? We talk about these things all the time. We're just going more in depth these days. So let's go to the next level here. Where'd we look? We'd look where those sellers really stepped in. Right here. And right here. And that's where you're most likely to set up what? A lower high. And that's the most likely thing here to happen for GE, is to set up a lower high. So what you need to see in order for this to build back is a big ass reaction like this. And then it comes down and retests. And then we go higher. And look at this. Left head, right shoulder over here. Yeah, it's as simple as that. You are getting 2 hour to confirm down by the center line. You do not have 2 hour divergence, so just be aware of that. This can still just get a reaction up. So if it starts to do bullish things, right? If you start to see like, oh, it's ripping, 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 but then you don't see like, if you see something like this, I'm sorry, a little tighter. Something like this, right? You get up into those big sellers, and then you don't see it lose the low, retest, and head down, right? Well, then that's probably going to do what? Well, you're not losing this, so it's probably going to go that way. 2 hour might head up, and then you might have one more 2 hour move left. As far as the 2 hour goes, you're not losing anything critical here. It's very, very bullish. So if the 2 hour just wants to, it can go bam like this and then cross down, and then we'll use this as our new low. That would be very nice for a trade later. I'll keep my, mention this like next week. But yeah, you're looking for a retest and fail from the 30-minute. And then if you see a 30-minute divergence, it means get the hell out of your puts. I'm glad I sold at that level. Yo, same though. I had calls. You guys know I had calls, but what we literally did that I could pull up the video right now if you guys want me to. We said right here. Now what you don't want is to lose this low. Because if you lose that low, then we're probably going to retest something and head back down. And then we lose the low. I say, okay, I'm going to get out of my contracts even before the retest. I believe I got out of my contracts. And then that comes up and does what? Well, remember when we talked, I could go pull up a video. We said this little sliver right here, that's important. We're probably going to go there. Look at this, retest, boom, straight down. So right from this point forward, there was no reason to be long. There's no reason to be long until what? There's no reason to be long until you see this come down into this area and just show you, hey, I can go up past that high, then it retests, and you go, oh, trade. Right? Risk off. Risk back on. And even this could have dabbled, right? But what would you do here? If I had calls placed here and I was just YOLOing, calls placed here, where's my stop? Right there. Or if I get a stop, right? If I see the stop and I see just blood, I can make that decision if I'm just kind of like not necessarily using a stop, but just looking at if price crosses there. And you see price cross there and bounce a little bit, and you go, do you want to mess around with that in the morning? Even though you were likely to get some kind of... There's not really good areas to retest anymore. You already did. So, yeah, we walked through it. So, I apologize if you guys or anyone out there was beat up. And these are the levels I'm looking for to possibly unload if you're trapped. But man, this thing is a sinking ship. You already tagged into the top of that once. If you're lucky, it depends on the time. How much time for those options as well? Yeah, how much time on those options as well is going to be a big deal. Richard with the 5% appreciation this week on PayPal. I should have done more puts on Wednesday, but I'm happy I made money and I'm just waiting for the next play. Hey, that's awesome, Richard. Congratulations, dude. Congratulations. Let me see. Oh, I see it. Hey, thank you for that, Richard. And I appreciate you doing it on PayPal, man. It really does make a difference. You're not sending like, 30% of the money just straight to YouTube, straight to those Google executives' pockets. But thank you so much for that, buddy. I really appreciate it. Richard, did you look at the Patreon video this morning, by the way? Look at the Patreon video this morning. We're paying attention to some stuff today. All of it goes to me? I don't have to give any of it to my wife this time? I don't have to give any of it to my wife? That's for me? Oh my god. I'm gonna go buy stuff now. It goes to you. No, it's still for the wife. It's still for the wife. She'll probably check in now, and because she could maybe hear me say your name, and she's gonna check in and be like, where's my money? She's working hard up there, man. Okay, so I couldn't do a video last night. I'll tell you guys what happened last night as we're waiting for Price to do Price things. I think we get a 5-minute bounce now. As we're looking for those type of things, we had an oopsie. Where, remember I was saying baby girl was screaming during the live show at the end of the day yesterday? She ate something and it got like stabbed in her throat. So we were dealing with that like all day. Yes, all the rest of the day yesterday. So Patreon members, I tried to get those daily expected moves out to you guys, and then I was like, shit, we still are just, she was in a lot of pain, like squeezing her neck and really like she was like choking herself. It was really strange. But yeah, it was a rough end of the day yesterday for us, man. It was rough. Yeah. She eats those little veggie sticks now, some of the veggie sticks, and that got stuck. Like she chomped it and then it spiked and like hit her in the throat in a weird way. She's a lot better today, but thank you guys for your concern. She's a lot better today. We'll see if that lasts. Yeah, there's always I'm not someone who says, that's not necessarily what this is about. Richard likes to give back because he said he was, overall not doing good. And then he found this channel and he appreciates it so much that he gives back. And I think that's perfectly fine. But if he wanted to stop tomorrow, that's perfectly fine with me. I think it's fun, obviously. And my wife loves it. Like, genuinely, Richard, my wife loves it. If you think I just use that for myself, no. My wife loves it, and she holds me to like, no, Richard said you have to take me to dinner. Yeah, so and like I said, even when we're going through this price action stuff a lot lately, guys, you can still just utilize everything else. Like you can think about the market much simpler, right? You knew that here there's no 30-minute divergence, right? The play technically with the strategy that really is shown is like a 5-minute little 30-minute bounce play into this bar, right? So you can still utilize that. It's still great for making decisions. I'm just trying to go one step further to show people how why I say the things that I say, like right shoulders that could have been, why price action is still good to pay attention to here. Now we're in the environment where we don't have to look at price action as much. We still want to pay attention to it, but we also could say, oh, we're looking for divergences. We're looking for this. We're looking for that. Why is AMC going up? It's still a positive trend. We just talked about this. 5-minute. What do you need to lose to go into a downward trend here for the 5-minute? You got to lose 310. Have you lost 310? No. So that means it's going to continue. And what does it hit? Oh, it goes right up to the weekly move. And now you have a new slight distinguished low. So if you lose this, you can start to stair step her down, kind of But is this bad overall? 30 minutes says no. 30 minutes says you got to lose this. You could literally let's find the areas where AMC could retest and still be bullish. It's right here, actually. It's right in the middle, right towards this line. It's this line. It's literally $3. We don't have to draw anything up. It's $3. Why is AMC going up, though? People are buying it, man. That's all I know. Hurt the market, or do you think it will bounce? The market will tend to bounce in oversold conditions. It will tend to bounce, even with bad news. People will ignore that bad news and think we're bottoming out, but you know what to pay attention to. All right? You know exactly what to watch. Everyone that says, oh, it's coming back, if we see a move like this, watch. If we see a move like this, everyone's going to say, we're coming back, we're doing it. And then you say, I don't really have enough info for that. I don't have divergence. You would look for things like that. 30-minute divergence is there. What if we did see a rip here? What if I do want to take a chance on it? What if this is a bottom? What if the 30-minute holds that divergence? Maybe I need to look at the short time frames and see what's going on here. But you would know if the divergence gets wiped out here, right? The divergence goes away. You would know that's most likely to push down again. And how do you know based on price action now, right? The divergence, if that confirms, you would say, hey, it's got a chance to do what? What does that divergence say it has a chance to do? Well, you got to take back this. You're going to see wham, right? I don't know if you're going to see that. I think it might continue a little bit lower. And truth be told, your 2 hours starting to go negative too. And then you'll see wham. And then you'll go reach down for some buyers. And then you'll go up and you'll see left, head, right shoulder that could have been because we showed the new high. But if you don't show a new high here, what if you don't show a new high? What happens? You go lower. That's the rolling. So if you don't fill that gap, even if you fill the gap, even if you surpass the gap and you go all the way up into here, well, we can use the other form of resistance as well, being block resistance, right? We can delete these. We know those levels. We know the levels like right there. And we can overall just go, okay, this is bad. Let's just take that high now because that's what we need to take out. And there you go. So where's the really risky spot? 584.09. What's the risk overall? This entire area is risky until you see that. So if someone's telling you that this is really bullish right now, I would just say they probably bought stocks and they're just telling you that because price hasn't shown you the way higher. Price has actually shown you what? Exactly what we said, how it would break down. Boom. Come back into those sellers. Roll. Boom. Come back into those sellers. Roll. And there you go. That's how you end up lower. You got to roll this right here. Yeah, it's fun. This is good stuff. I'm gonna be just paying attention for divergence though. I can think way simpler now. Look at volatility. Does that have divergence? No. Where could volatility come back in? Anywhere in this bar. Where is volatility breaking down? Right there. Right? So if volatility goes, oh yeah, oh no, oh yeah, you go, oh, this is breaking down. If what? If we never see volatility just go like whoop, 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 right? You'd have to keep retesting and heading lower. So this means that I think the SPY is very likely to bounce, at least on the 5-minute scale, which it is. And then I think we head lower, actually. I think we get a 5-minute bounce here that fails. I think we get a 5-minute bounce that then fails. That's my assessment of the market right now. And if we're going to get that big 30-minute turnaround, some kind of move like this, well, then we're going to have to do this, right? We're going to have to go wham, wham, and then take out that level, retest, and go higher. That's how you start to take things back in my mind. I think there's another move lower here, but I would still say, even with my, say, puts, am I going to hold on to it when I have no idea what's going to happen in the next 30 minutes? Or am I just saying, hey, I'm at the 95% line? Look at this. It says it right here, 95% weekly expected move. And look at your holding price right there. This is like it's Friday. Have a good weekend. Take your money and just appreciate the fact that you had a great fucking trade, honestly. Nice job, Yamar. Had to because it looks like it's about to flip. I think you're going to see a bounce, and that's the thing. Theta can kill you at the end of your option, especially if you don't have much time. Is there any chance we end up green? There are some stocks that I will mention in a moment. In a moment. There are a couple stocks I will mention in a moment, and the weird thing is, it's holding. Let me go use the restroom real quick. I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back. 2 minutes. I'm new to investing. What are puts and calls? That's options. You don't have to worry about that at all. We don't even learn about them, Croker. If you have good money, you're just wanting to invest, don't even worry about them. Keep your plan. Options are where it gets much riskier. Give me 1 moment. Okay, we're back. Let's see. Yeah, if you're like new to investing and you're just trying to get in the investing game, you look for really cheap things. My suggestion is still always going to be Target. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Seems like a good investment to me right now, and I'm willing to scale in at lower prices. So that's all. But options are pretty much where you take on a bunch of like pretty much leverage, and time is kind of against you. Investing, time is with you. Investing is just like the longer I hold, the better things I can see over time, as long as I'm continuing to invest and continuing to pay slight attention to my investments. Options are how you like make money a little bit faster, and you can minimize risk with options as well. You can like hedge with options in investing. I think if you're investing and you just want to invest, it's still good to know like key moments in the market where you can take on like a hedge against your longs. Yeah, you have to pretty much be like, at least how I do it, you have to be at least semi-right with direction with the timing, right? Day trading wise, you have to be like right with direction and right with timing immediately. Heel toe, my puts are cooked. I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but that's so funny. Yeah, and also you can do things like that too. Once you own enough stock, you can do things like selling calls, selling puts, and just play it that way. You double down. Here's the thing. Most of the time, Richard's going to be right, heel toe. So you know where we're at with price. Most of the time, Richard's going to be right, especially with AMC and GME. So I give the edge to Richard, but I'm liking how it's looking so far. The edge right now is to the bulls, but Richard in this situation is usually going to be right. Like if I was looking at GME right now, I would be taking on a small hedge. I would, right? If I wanted to hold on to every contract, I'd be taking like some kind of $500 hedge. Actually, I might do that. I might look into that right now. Let's talk about a couple of those opportunities. Now we're going to share it with you guys. We prepped a little bit more. We prepped Patreon members for these stocks that we're looking at today. Two stocks that I'm really enjoying right now. Palantir. Oh, so close. Coming down into the gap. I really like Palantir's look right now for some kind of 2-hour move up to at least fill this gap, if not build back right here. I still need more time to look at this one, see if we make the higher low. If we do make the higher low, we're still looking for what? Something like this, and then this will be our opportunity over here. And then the other one is SoFi. SoFi coming down all the way down. Very nice. I would like these to continue, by the way. I would like them to go lower first. I would like them to go down, like down further, and then see that cross up, and then see us take back this high, and I'm feeling pretty safe with it. So those are the two I'm looking at right now. Let's look at DJT. DJT is another one. DJT, weirdly enough, is another one. It's coming into that gap. It has like slight formings of divergence here all across, actually. You have divergence all across. So DJT looks pretty good. For some kind of 2-hour move, right? Doesn't have to be like the most positive thing in the world, but it is doing what? If that's a higher low, then we have a chance to go make a new high, and then you're feeling pretty good with it. So right now, I like SoFi. I think I even like DJT, honestly, as long as we see good things, right? I'm not saying I'm buying them right now, but I am paying attention to these this morning. JP Morgan as well. You're seeing a lot of things with 30-minute divergence that could get like a 2-hour bounce. That's what's weird. So you don't like what we said this on Patreon in the video that we put out this morning. I do not have to know exactly what is going to happen with the SPY to take a trade. I really don't. I can just look for the stocks that are hitting my things and setting me up for the 3 to 5 reasons, and I can just sit there and go, cool. GME still doing it? Jesus. GME's just going. There you go. Just go. Just go. Fucking go, dude. Go, 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 go. AMC looks good. Still good. It's all right. Just waiting. 30-minute hasn't lost anything, so we're chilling. GME, 30-minute definitely has not lost anything. Holy shit, we're going to squeeze. Richard, at least did you do at least you did AMC and not GME. At least you did that one. I'm still looking at this DJT. I don't mind this look at all. I really don't. DJT looks pretty good. SoFi, Palantir, all these look good. Gold. Oh, there's our drawing for gold. Wow, that was nice. Oh, there's our drawing for gold. Sick. That's nice. Oh, that's right. You still like GME, right? That's right. Let's go, dude. Wait, so you're happy? AMC flipping back to positive, GME running. What the frick is going on, dude? I kind of like DJT's look. I'm thinking about opening up the fun account for a month on that one. The fun account has taken what, one loss and one management of the trade now. So I was 4 for 4. Now I'm 4 for 5, and now I'm like, I'll give myself 4.5 for 6 on my fun account. I gotta stop. I gotta now be like, all right, get back to business. Too many fun plays over the last like month. Got to get back to business. Which I guess only like 2 of those were fun plays. No, no, that was over 2 months. That's not bad. Doesn't Meta? Let's go look. Some of these were interesting. I wasn't able to get through all of them this morning. Maybe hourly. No, I don't like this look at all. I don't like this right now. I really don't. The good part is you haven't like completely given up into this area, but if you're telling me like this might happen still to the downside, and then that would be a good area to bounce from. Yeah, 611. I think you might have more work to be done here. I'm not seeing enough inclination of turnaround. How does it turn around though? You got to take back these highs. Really, you want to get past here. So you need to see an explosive move that comes back and retests, and then you can go higher, and then over here you feel pretty good about it. But you still have a big amount of sellers above you. So I'm not the happiest with Meta. I think anything can build back, though. I'm seeing a lot of weird divergences from select stocks. Amazon tagged directly on that level. Amazon has divergence right now. Like, Amazon makes more sense to me than Meta, if that helps you out, Nazim. Nazim, do you see what I'm seeing? Right? Do you see how if this makes a new high and retest, it's good? It would say, boom, come back in, then go again. And the 2 hours where? As right by that center line. So this is pretty cool. Dude, I'm going to go take a serious look at DJT for a second. I got to take a serious look at that. And I'll try to notify. I'm not good at trading live, that's for sure. Here, let's go 5 minutes, just see if we're making a new high some point today. Once again, you're very likely to fool around down here for like an hour. I mean, dude, I don't get it, man. I don't see divergence anywhere for Qs or anything. I haven't looked directly at the Qs. No, you're wiping it out. You're very likely to continue selling. VIX even says you're very likely to continue selling. What do we say about VIX? Come down into this area, turn back up, or if you really want to, you can come all the way down to here and it still can turn back up. So you're looking for the time that it makes the lower high, or just makes a higher low and goes one more time, at least for the 5-minute scale. It could be right now, right there. Let me go. I'm gonna go take a serious look at some stuff over here. I got to, man. GE still trying to get that move up is what I see for now. Yo, VIX 9-day. Insane. Massive gap. Oh, God, it's going to give up that entire gap, isn't it? Fucking A. There it is. What do you look like right now? Oh, I'm going to wait for DJT, SoFi, Palantir. Yeah, I'm waiting here on these still. I don't think the timing is exact. I want to see how the 5-minute behaves. If it rips up, I can look for retest. Yeah, DJT does look interesting. I think it needs to push down one more time. Because it made a new low here on the 1 minute. If you reject from 24.65 on the 5 minute and you left a 5 minute gap behind, you do have a 5 minute gap. Is this morning? No. 5 minute gap made about 15 minutes ago at 24.32. So even if we break through the high, look for us to resolve that. In Palantir, Jay Green taking a little bit of risk. Hey, that's okay. As long as you have good time and you understand a plan for if it goes wrong. Make sure if you're taking things early, you really have a plan for if it goes wrong. I'm gonna put on Patreon. Not a setup yet. Say what I'm looking at. I like these looks. I don't think they're like horrible. And IWM's in a great spot. Like IWM could be done. That would be fucking crazy. I'm so down. Where the hell is my chart? There we go. Okay, good. I would like DJT to continue down for like at least another, I want like up and then down for an hour. So same thing with the SPY. The GME push is crazy. Keep it going. It's got to get through 33. And AMC needs to get through 337. That's how critical this level is. AMC just needs to get through 337. That's how critical it is. Now, if you start downtrending, what's going to happen? You're going to take that out and maybe even do it in one push and take both. Then you start to see that stair stepper down. And then if you cut below this low and you don't see like boom, 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 and then you just see then it might be, if you don't see this, if it breaks down, then it might be done. Yeah, so we'll watch the SPY very seriously here. Yeah, heavy sell. So you have a weekly and a monthly expected move directly at like 336 or 335 to 337. Oh, Bassett. Is that Eastern time, Oakland? What? Shit. Okay, thank you. So in an hour, in about an hour. Let's see if we make the 5 minute divergence. Holy shit. I don't know. It's like, which one do I choose? Which one do I choose? Oh goodness, maybe I'll pick two. So what we do, we bounce up, bounce up, bounce up, bounce up. If you want, we can even do this for the time being if you would like. There's your big sell bar. So you can reject from anywhere in there. And the highest you can reject from up here. Right where those sellers are at, right where the big sellers are at. So now we know. It's just within the gap. If you reject from anywhere like, I would say below this bar, then you're very likely to do what? Go retest those lows, maybe even go lower. And then we'd want to see kind of something like this for a moment, and then just see that break through. We want to see that. That would be fantastic. We could even leave that drawing up. That would be great. Let's just see if that happens. That'd be fucking great. I'm cussing today because I'm excited. Things are cheap. DJT starting to rip. No. It's up like 0.29%. What did? Need you to close. 9140. Yeah, calls, because you're going to see those shifts, right? You're getting massive shifts. This is why collecting premium is so good. Look at these shifts. Oh my god, what's cheap? Puts. Oh, we're going to blast down. All right, sell you that premium. Oh my god, what's cheap? Calls. All right. Oh, we're going to go down in the depths of hell and meet the devil. And it just goes boom. Oh no. It's definitely calls. Collect premium. Now it's like, okay, now it's definitely calls, right? But then it's going to be, or I'm sorry, now it's definitely puts. I have it backwards. Now it's like, okay, puts. What's cheap? Calls. Collect premium. I like to do that. That's one of the things I really like to do. We can draw this up in lines if you'd like. How do I do that? Like, what's the path? Okay, here we go. So this would be up into here. I think it was like right up to that wick. Then you come down even deeper. Maybe this is when you get 570, but I don't think that's really that much on the table. You head down, and you kind of see this like up, down, up. That's what I'd like. I've never used these lines before. That was very difficult. That'd be sick. That'd be sick. Oh wait, are those yesterday's moves? 588.45. What? Why is that yesterday's? I literally just screenshot them. The fuck? Should say 589.26. God damn it. Did I use the wrong picture? 321. 521. What the hell? I literally screenshot this. If you look at the beginning of the video, you see me screenshotting something. Why did that happen? I'm sorry about that, guys. See if it'll let me screenshot it now. Okay. We've already done this once. I'm sorry about that, guys. Why is it not going into it? What the hell? Okay, there. It went into a different file. Why would you save into a different file, you bastard? All right, there you go. They should be updated in the bottom right. Sorry about that, guys. I want my money back. All right, refunding the donation from PayPal. You got actually, Richard, that's my wife's money, so she's got to talk to you about that. And she cries a lot. No. Go tell your wife, no more lunch. Yeah, you're not allowed to eat. Whatever, dude. My wife with that money, she's been taking Ari out for like breakfast every morning. I gotta sit on my ass and just drink coffee all morning. Like my wife's getting breakfast every single morning, like with abuela, which is very good for our daughter. But I'm just like, God dang it! Oh no, not the trade deficit that we worry about. Back to PB and J. Not the deficit that we worry about every single year and nothing happens with it. I think we'll come to a time where the debt is just insurmountable, but I know that's what's great, Richard. That's why I'm like always so thankful for those little moments because it just gives me a reason to be like, go have fun. Like I think it's great. Like thank you for that. Appreciate it, buddy. Make that tariff announcement like overnight. I think it was overnight. I'm not positive it'll be green. I think that it could be used as a reason to flash some green, but I still think we head down. I see no inclination of coming back yet, right? If you're sitting there looking at a fight, even if you look at like all of this, the only inclination you have to come back right now is like that this has happened. You're making new highs still. But the second that stops, look where you're at. Wham, right there. The second that stops, you start to lose this on the 1 minute. You start to go retest, done. Right? So what you're looking for here is like buyers to be able to step in at critical levels. It's just the buyers haven't been that strong. They really haven't. So you see no inclination of turning around just yet. That's why we're being patient. We really want to be patient here. We can make a decision literally about all those stocks that we talked about on Patreon, guys, and the one that I just mentioned in the chat on Patreon as well. All of those are literally like, we have to wait, right? If you want to take it early, you are assuming some risk, and that's perfectly fine, right? It's perfectly fine to assume risk as long as you know that you are assuming more risk by not waiting to see the ways higher. Okay, you're assuming that risk. You're kind of risk rewarding. Hopefully your position size reflects that because you haven't seen the things you need to see to turn around, even in those stocks that I've been mentioning. It's very likely for, DJT, SoFi, and Palantir all to mess around at the lows still. Palantir, you see it rejecting from the sellers within that gap right now. We'll see if it rejects further. I would like it to continue to climb a little bit more. It doesn't matter what I like, though. You guys gonna see Stitch this weekend? I want to. I just wish I like what does someone know who's a dad out there? Maybe Mr. Joshua with that cute baby picture knows. When do like kids, like babies, like when do they actually start like enjoying movies or like enjoying a show? Like right now we just watch those kids shows. It keeps her attention for like 10 minutes and then we just turn it off because she's not paying attention to it. 3? Fuck. Damn it. I just want to watch Lion King. I just want to watch Lion King, dang it. You got a while. Damn it, man. You guys just crushed all my hopes and dreams. You guys just crushed them. Why would you guys do that to me? Let's see here. GME, AMC 5-minute. AMC's dabbling with breaking that 5-minute there. Just be aware. Doesn't mean you have to do it. It looks really, really nice. TV's overrated. Well, it's facts. I'm just saying, like, I would like to have a movie night once a week. I want to start a tradition of movie night, like once a week. You know, I'll say it's to spend time with my daughter and wife, but it's also to give me an excuse to buy a big ass pretzel and a lot of cheese because I love pretzel and cheese with a movie and like a Coke. Oh god, just poisoning myself once a week. Let's go. Oh, my wife's already missing it, man. She already misses that she's getting bigger. But I want to do like a Thursday or Friday just movie night where she gets to pick a movie or we trade off. But it looks nice. I'm going to click through a couple of those. Let's look at 5 minutes just across the board. So that's probably going to continue, or at least... Oh, this is good for Apple. Okay, so this is nice for Apple. Weirdly enough. If the 5-minute can show that resistance here, but then dip down into this type of area, look at that big buyer bar on the 5-minute, and then curl up, you have divergence within the buyers. That would be very nice. See if it makes a new high. You could get some kind of 30-minute move to the upside there. But notice it takes time, right? We're still waiting. All of these things are going to need more time. 30-minute here for NVIDIA. No divergence really there on the MACD. Oh, I just double-clicked again on the same thing. No divergence there for the RSI. So NVIDIA might have some more time to go here as well. AMD looks like it would have more time to go here as well. So why are all the little guys? Ooh, pathway down has been slightly opened for Google. Yeah, DJT looks good. SoFi looks like these need time, but they look better. I don't even know about this from AVGO. It's holding price still. That's good. JP Morgan looks interesting to me as well. Dipped into the gap. See the buyers show up. I think the 5-minute you got to wait though. What we're going to probably see. Let's see if we can do this. Bam. Then we break down. Bam. And then we'll see if we get any inclination of turning around from there with divergence. That would be very cool. As far as I see it, this should continue even after a bounce. Oh, Tesla. Yeah, we do need to look at Tesla. Tesla, ooh, okay. Tesla not in a horrible spot. Not showing pathway down. Able to stay. You need to see the things from the 5-minute, and you need to hold that low. That would be best case scenario. Best case scenario is you see a bounce, then you come down, you hold within that low, and then maybe you get this to happen. You cross through. If you see divergence, that would be the time to be like, okay, maybe this crosses through right there. And then if it crosses through, you're very happy. Boom, retest, go. I don't mind that. We're just looking at how it would turn around with 5-minute price action, but overall, if the 30-minute crosses up, where is it? Positive territory. Overall, are we doing the megaphone? Remember the megaphone? Let's just kind of draw it up very, very sketchy, right? Let's just kind of draw it up. The megaphone, right? What do we not want to happen? You don't want this to happen. That's how you go lower. You want this to stop hitting that megaphone, show you inclination it wants to go up, beat that high, make a new high all the way up here would be nice. Then you dip down, and then you just tear through that. You want to kind of stop short, I think. Yeah, so as of right now, though, you don't know if that megaphone is going to continue and you're going to fall through it. I don't think the 5 minutes giving you inclination, but this is nice. Where did the buyers step in? Right here. Where are you at? Right here, this bar. So we'll see. Let's just keep it on a 5 minute for now because I think this will be a bounce. And we'll see if it makes a higher low, right? Higher low or divergence is good, right? If you see a rip and then it just goes like this, that's a good sign. That's how you take out this. I would like it to go lower personally. Hell yeah, nicey. Nice to see you, buddy. Can we check IWM? I think IWM's in a great spot. I can't lie to you. Now, I don't see the things from the 5 minute to turn around. What turns around the 5 minute? Look at this. Right there. I don't see those yet. Those don't have to form. We can get higher lows. But look at this divergence on the 30 minute. Look at what you filled. Like, do you see why IWM looks pretty good? What did it do? It broke to the upside. It's tapping into the zone right towards the center, right where we want it. And now, what if it just blasts off? I think it would continue for a bit, right? The 2 hour starting to get pretty dramatic here, right? We have to see the 2 hour be able to cross up and go wham. You are getting inclination of that from your 30 minute, are you not? You're seeing some interesting things. I would really just treat this like a bounce though and make my zone, right? Just like this is a zone. Now you have up here. Take the high point, take the low point, and you'll go, okay, so we could sell off anywhere in that zone too, not just the sellers, but you see where those sellers are. 1, 2, 3. You go rip and roll. And then maybe you make 2 hour divergence here. That would be sick. Wham into go, go, go. That would add up to like the first week of June. That'd be nice. I don't mind it. We can leave that up for you. I don't think, do we have proper weekly expected moves here? We don't, do we? 204.99. God, I got to get in a system here of doing IWM on the live show. 214. As far as daily expected move for IWM, you tagged it this morning. You're probably going to gravitate towards it one more time. This is a great bar. This is great. Now I can make a divergence like this on the 5 minute for that little bounce. That 30 minute that's going to try to take some stuff back, right? See if that goes up. Rejects, comes down. And then we see if we can go boom, boom, boom. That'd be sick. I love where IWM's at. I think it could still go lower. I'm not seeing big turnaround things from IWM yet, but a lot of those stocks like Palantir, SoFi, DJT, they're actually showing pretty well. At least for reversal, right? Obviously, price is still down. Bears are still in control of all of those stocks, but price is looking like it's trying to do some interesting things on the divergence side. GME and AMC looking like AMC needs to close below 310 to start any kind of downward trend on the short time frames. Yes, DJT finally curling up on a 5 minute. Did SoFi? SoFi curling up on a 5 minute. Looking for rejection from SoFi. Looking for rejection from Palantir. Looking for rejection from DJT at all of these levels. Which one looks like it could run the most? That's my question. They all look so similar. Let me look at 2 hour scale. What could have the best run here? DJT holding the low. SoFi overall holding the main low. And room to go high. Palantir at all-time highs. I mean, Palantir is probably the safer bet. SoFi is probably the one that's like run, baby, run. Look at measured move here. I don't like measured moves, but I will make it very short so it's not some kind of like absolute. I think you could test all-time highs with SoFi. I think you could test $18 if this can make a new high here. Make a new high, start that sequence over again. Oof. So I'm still waiting. Timing is going to be important, I think, for SoFi, but I think I'm going to try for SoFi. Palantir is just much safer. I'm never confident with DJT. Do you know how dumb I am? This PayPal is painful. I'm so sorry. Did you have PayPal? What? Still bouncing now. This is very good. This is still good. Still bounce for now is on the table. I would say the perfect level to get to is 582.68. That might be too high though. You might stop before then. Is it going down yet? No, I don't think I'm leaning towards down until a test of 582. And that's if it behaves how I like it. I don't think there's like I'm not day trading to 582 or anything like that. I think it's to get them to move their ass. That's what I think. And now they're probably going to move their ass. But it could take a few weeks, maybe even a month. So now we are in downward trends on 30 minutes, right? We noticed that. We noticed the divergence though. So we could get some kind of 2-hour move to the upside. Is that 2-hour move something that's going to be great? We're negative slightly. We've lost this low. Really, 2-hour has to be losing this to be bearish. That's how bullish this market is. This could be a moment where you set up what? A lower high. And then you see the corrective move, right? Just a bam into bam. Same sellers show up again. Bam to the downside. Then you end up here, and then you set up some stuff down here. Would be very, very nice for this look. This would keep you in the monthly moves too. That's why I like it. But you have 30-minute divergence right now. That's why we're looking at 5 minutes just going, hey, do we see good things? If we see good things here, then maybe we can catch some kind of bounce like Tuesday, Wednesday. I haven't taken SoFi yet. I'm going to wait all day. I will most likely be waiting at least till midday for that. The contracts I am targeting, I am going to give myself plenty of time with the environment that we're in. I am looking at either June 13th or June 20th. As SoFi is very cheap stock, I can buy out even to the end of the month towards June 27th if I would like, right? I'm inclined to look at June 20th. I want to keep it a little bit tighter. That gives me 28 days to expiration, and I can target. I want to target $14 if possible, because that's where that 2-hour bounce could get to. And if it goes past that and shows positive trend, I'm perfectly fine with that as well. So $14 strike, that's only 46 cents. If that only goes, listen to me when I say this. If this stock goes up by $1, I'll have a double. No, not 18 strike. No, that's way too far out. I want to keep it close. It's a small money stock. It's $13. So I want to keep it close. I can keep it close and it's still really cheap. So I don't have to play with like being wrong and losing a bunch to decay and things like that. Nice, higher low. We want to see 1, 2, 3. So we should expect, if this is going to get right and make the easiest trade setup in the world for SoFi, then we should reject in about at about 10 a.m. my time. So in about 25 minutes. Shit, I'm gonna have to. I'm not gonna be able to stay live too. I'll still try to notify you on Patreon in the chat, so make sure you have that chat up. 30-minute divergence on Amazon? Yes. Now, Amazon hasn't shown you the timing of it might be important here, but yes. Yes. This means the 2-hour for Amazon can turn up. Is this bullish or bearish? As of right now, you're close to positive territory. The 2-hour hasn't lost like critical levels. And so this could just be a big move to the upside. Now, you want to be paying attention to what on the upside? This, right? Still this, where we rejected from last time. This high and this area right here. If you start to see like rejection from there, that's when you say, okay, this is rough. But you could catch a nice move from like 201 to here. I don't think the setup's fully there yet for your 5-minute. I think the 5-minute will roll one more time. I think the SPY will keep building, like 10 a.m. Roll it. Yeah, like 10 a.m., right? Am I crazy for thinking that? Like 10 a.m., maybe it rolls pretty quick. Then we figure our stuff out. But that's all a theory, right? Whatever price gives me is what I have to analyze. I'm not buying them yet. I'm not buying anything on SoFi yet. I need to see more. But yes, I am paying attention to SoFi, Palantir, and DJT. I need to look at where my fucking things are at for SoFi. I need to adjust these. I'm going to start being better about this. This is annoying for me to be this dumb all the time. What am I on SoFi? 1988, perfect sell there. My goodness. And these will change next week. So pretty much I'm looking at a weekly expected move next week for take profit, by the way. Let's see here. $14 what? Okay. And okay. Awesome blossom. Love it. This is nice. And the daily scale has curled down for a few days. So that's really nice. Like SoFi has pulled back longer than say like SPY and other stocks. Yeah, I don't mind this just to be 100. Now, I don't know if I'll, you guys know my schedule, so make sure you're putting your own plan for if it goes wrong, if you do any of these things. Rising wedge on 5-minute on the SPY, pullback 579. I see the same thing. I would like to try to test 580. I would like this to just leak higher for a little longer. Reject. Let's look at extended for a second. Yeah, anywhere in here. So you're already there. You're already there. But I want this to show for my strategies. This means I have to use regular trading hours. So I want that to keep going for a little bit. Get up into this type of area. Reject. Turn down, 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 down. A little bit more. Ooh. Then you go past that high. And then you start seeing this. That's what I want for the SPY. That's what I want for SoFi. That's what I want for pretty much everything. But thank you so much, Yomar, for that. If you're day trading, I understand. I'm not inclined to do puts, right? What did we say was the time for puts? Literally when this happened, right? We were like, this is when puts are good. And it even rejected and we looked at 5-minute and I can't believe, like I should have just done it. I just wasn't confident that it would be some kind of big like chomp down. I thought it would just be like, yep, take a stop, then go. Are people real bearish right now? See how they're going right back to bullish? Everyone's flipping back and forth really fast. I think that's hilarious. Palantir trying to break out. Damn it. Don't do it, Palantir. Palantir's still at the sellers. Reach down for the buyers, though. That's good. I would look at a price point of about... Actually, reject right now. Reject right now. Palantir might reject first. Damn it. I'm going to have to... I really don't want to hop off today, but I do. Maybe I'll try to get back on a little bit early if I see this Palantir or SoFi. Mostly, I like the SoFi thing. You have a nice wick to look at, too, for SoFi. At 1283 all the way down to 1275. Can you take a look at? Yeah, I'll show you what I'm looking at for Palantir. For Palantir to be back on the bull, what do you have to take back? Right, where's your new high? Right here. So you got to see this, and then you're probably going to retest. This is why it's like FOMOing here. Usually you'll just do this. Like even if you see this, you'll do this. And then this is where you kind of go, okay, if that shows on a shorter time frame, I can do something. That's kind of like the safe way. But if this curls up, you can always take a chance, right? Because that says, hey, high or low, we're changing things, which means what? Okay, well, boom, right? We go, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, wait, high or low, take out that high. So Palantir's got a good shot here, but the 5-minute, for the most part, looks like it wants one more dip down. I would be more inclined to look at Palantir if I just see wham. Then I see that divergence, and I say, that's even better price. See that confirm? And then I go, okay, take this level out, and then come back. And then that's how we try to take back all these highs. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm going really tight into it because we're in a risky spot for the market. But yeah, I like this. I like this. And I like this. And I still want to wait. I want to wait. You see me being nice and patient, giving it time, set it up for me, not trying to make a decision too early. If you make a decision early, like I said, it's fine. You just have to understand you're taking it early. Admit to yourself you're assuming more risk. Well, it's not that. I just chugged my coffee too. I got to pee again, and then I have to take off in like about 20 minutes, which sucks. But I will still try to notify you if I do something with those stocks. And if you see it, right? If you see it and you're confident with the look, you guys have plenty of skill. You don't need me to tell you what to do. This is why we have the course. This is why we're just talking about stocks and overall teaching, right? It's because you know these things now. You got this. And you know your management for the trade if it goes wrong. Let me go use the restroom again real quick, and then I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Like this magic box man says. Setting up for the dump into the weekend. You could continue to dump too. It is risky times, right? Think of that with our position sizing. Okay? Position sizing should be important. If you're worried about this, it's justified. You're crossing on a daily chart while you were. You don't have to right now. And a lot of those smaller stocks are suggesting, like, hey, for whatever reason, the SPY doesn't have the signals I need, I like to see, but it is hitting one of my critical levels. 575 is an area, right? We're tapping into that zone. So I'm not inclined to sit there and be bearish, 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 bearish. I'm still looking for the bullish outlook. I don't see it for the SPY, but I see it for those individual stocks. So I can just sit, I can watch it, I can wait, and I can be like, hey, does something set up here? Because 30-minute technically has not crossed down yet for SoFi. PayPal it has. DJT it has. SoFi hasn't. That's kind of good. Did you get confirmation of lower for SoFi? Let's see. Low here, 1275. Low here, 1274. So no. So be looking for a test of that wick is what it says. You know, if you go test 1280, woo, that'd be dope. I think Palantir could pull back lower. I want Palantir to go like all the way down to 119.90. Or like right now. Yeah, 190. I'll put myself in timeout. Yeah, you put yourself in timeout for that one. God. Go sit in a chair and think about what you did. Yeah, exactly. Nose to the wall. That's what we used to have to do. Anybody else have to do that? Anybody else get like a little coaster or some kind of piece of paper and your parents made you put it to the wall and you had to like stand there in a corner and keep it on the wall for like 30 minutes to an hour? Yikes, dude. Just remember, look at this. In the zone. This is where we start going, let's look for the signs. I don't see good signs yet, but we'll see. It's weird that I'm seeing like kind of okay signs. Like Q's not really having it though. Q's haven't tapped into the zone either, so we probably have further to go here. Or at least like set another trap and further to go. It's just weird that the some of the like IWM is weird showing that. So you might see like inflow into IWM first. That'd be interesting as fuck. Yeah, this guy is he's wanting it, so I just think indice wise, I like the individual names right now. Oh, do it, baby. Give me it. I don't care if it's you first, DJT. I'll take all three of you. I don't care. DJT, what would I even target here? Oh, I had target here. 2550. 2550 looks nice for DJT. SoFi, 1350. I like 14. Palantir, 129. If not 130. And then AMC and GME still just doing AMC and GME things right now. Oh my gosh, it's about to try to get there. Holy crap, that is literally the next battle zone, $33. You're like at it, you're there. You're pretty much there. Once you get this close to a monthly like that, you want to start to watch out. I don't see anything bad though. I literally see nothing bad. What did I say? 30-minute turns up. You never want, look at this. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy how it makes sense? What did I say? GME. You want that to turn up on a 30-minute and never look back. Oh my God, it's not looking back right now. You have a chance here. You have, this is what you need to see. I told you this is what you need to see. You guys think I'm crazy? Now it's probably going to dump since I said that. My bad. Sell everything. Taking 3 at a time. It seems like a Rumble combo. Yeah, but if one of them gets it right, then that could pay for all of it. Settle down, Jackie. Yeah, guys, the what fucking the fucking this goes into the hold on, something different happened. Let me use a different one. Hold on, something different happened. Okay, this is arc resistance now. You can see that from oh, I did this wrong. My bad. Hold on. Yeah, these indicators are hard. This is yeah, you see this? Are you seeing it? You don't see this? How do you not see this, guys? Come on. Come on. You know what? Join the Discord. All right, join the Discord and you'll understand this. Come on, we don't have time to explain it today. Join the Discord. I don't have a Discord, by the way. I do not have a Discord. I have a extremely cheap Patreon to give you guys information to help you guys make decisions, and we sometimes talk about trade setups. But it is all from learning and all to help you practice using your skills on stocks like that. The reason that I will mention setups the most, like Palantir, like potentially SoFi, like potentially DJT, the reason that I would post these is so you know, hey, this is a time where I can practice. You could paper trade it. You can do small amounts of money if you're early on, if you're a seasoned trader and you just weren't paying attention to it and you like the setup. All right, this is practice, and practice can reward you. I like these 3. And watch them all flop on fucking Monday. All right, let's see if the 5 minutes going to do what I want to do. Damn, we didn't get to 580. Whoever called 579. You don't really have any... I don't think you have a way to hold up here. It's actually nice to be a little bit quicker. It gets you into that 10:30. I'll try to stay on until 10:30. Practice? We talking practice? I'm just inclined to look at SoFi. I really like this. I just hope we don't pathway lower. I hope we make a divergence in the wick. Oh, sorry, Tuesday. Playoffs? Talking playoffs right now? Uh-oh. AMC, the sellers showed up again. Ah, shit. AMC might be losing 210 soon, or 310 soon. No, don't do it. Don't do it, AMC. Don't do it. Look how close you are to glory. You're so close to glory. Just do it. Where's Nike? Just do it. Yeah, you got to hold up here if you're going to reject. If you're going to reject from here, you have a chance to do what? Show that pathway down. You see this? See this bar? Tapping it right there. That's a little problem. You got to hold up. Come on, AMC, do your thing. Where's Jackie's playlist? I'll play it. It worked, guys. See, Donald's working for you guys. He's getting me to stay. Come on, go. I want it to go a little higher. Go a little higher. This is not, I mean, hopefully the divergence ends up being significant, but I want it to go higher. You can hold up at that wick on like a 1 minute. Come on now. VIX. Yeah, we're looking for one more swing higher to take care of this gap, I think. We'll see if it makes a lower high. That would be a good inclination. Especially if the SPY makes a lower low. Ooh! QBTS, you guys want to look at some stuff? I think I got time here. We got time. Nope, not W. QBTS, you guys want to look at some stuff? D-Wave? Everyone's looking at D-Wave right now. That looks like divergence, and that looks like rejection. You have lost every single 5 minute. You are rejecting right now from this area. Ooh, no new high. A new low right here. I don't like the price action right now. I would say down. 30-minute divergence. 2-hour drop. 2-hour drop. I would say 2-hour needs to reach down for buyers where? In here or in this block? That's where I think this is headed. 30-minute is suggesting that if you make a new high, right? You can look at like a 15. You make a new high here. Hey, that game's over for the time being. You are still technically For the slightly bigger, like 15 and 30 minutes, technically you have to lose this. So you'll probably, if this is going to go bad, if you want to be really safe with it, you'll probably see like boom, 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 and then this will reject pretty hard. But I totally understand trying to play a divergence here, 100%. I totally understand that. Just make sure that that is not making new highs. That's what you do in that situation. SPY. I don't want to buy you. Let's go look at IWM. I like IWM's price point. I would do IWM. I like that bar from IWM. Oh, do you think next week will follow the same path? My inclination here for this market is that the 2 hours going negative, and I think it's going to be very difficult, even though you're seeing some 30-minute things. It's very spread. Like, it's not like the best. It's very tight, but also like big moves. So if this wants to build up, I'm looking at the individual names. I don't think the SPY is the easiest because the SPY could literally do all of this. You see like the 2 hour go up, 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 and it just rolls. So you could literally see all of this and it rolls. Why? Because you took this out. And then the next level you're watching is here. Which means we could do what? We could bounce on the 2 hour. We could roll down on the 2 hour. We could get down to this level, go up again, roll it one more time, head to the downside, make a 2 hour divergence. Like, this could take a while. Now, IWM is already at critical level. It has already tapped into the zone, so this could also flip back to bullish. So what am I looking for bullishness? Well, I'm looking for this to go past all this, probably blow through it, and then curl down and retest, and then right here would be potential opportunity. Right? You potentially want to wait for that, though, at this point, even from the 2 hour. That's what's crazy. If you wanted to be tighter with it and look at how the 30-minute would build up, right? If we're going to go to these higher points, at least for a test, you'd still want to see this, and then drop down to retest, and then go. I'm weirdly enough, something popped in my head just like 5 minutes ago. I was like, what if we get good news over the weekend? This is super weird. I don't want to end up out of this move, though, so I think it continues. Yeah, you could see, it just depends on price action, and it really depends on, like, what are those SoFis and Palantirs and DJTs? Why are they saying those things? When on these guys, you have little divergences as well, but just not on the MACD and RSI at the same time, right? This one, you do have, like, a chance here. Amazon, you have a chance there. NVIDIA much more likely to roll again, in my opinion. So see how they're kind of mixed bag. AMD, likely to roll again. Meta's holding price well. Did not make this low below the gap in there. I think you roll one more time, though. Maybe 5 minute. Microsoft is finally breaking down, so this probably needs to go deeper. But we're holding. Interesting. What's the 2 hour look like here? Oh, shit. This is great, though. It even showed you a pathway higher first. God, that's so confusing there. Google losing this low, not necessarily good, but getting into these buyers is okay. You still might want to pull back more, get into these guys. But then you look at these. Then you look at these guys. And you're going, okay, 2 hours by the center line, 30-minute divergence. 30-minute possible divergence forming. Palantir, 30-minute divergence possibly going to form. So, you know, you see a 5-minute roll right here. This is why Palantir, I was like, Palantir could react the earliest if you guys want to watch it. My thoughts on the Qs are they are looking like continuation. That's the thing. Like, even if we get the 5 minutes to do 5-minute things and we see all good things, it's like, is that just another 30-minute bounce to reject? Right? Is this just going to be boom and then you go up to here and you reject? Is it going to be boom and then you go up to here and you reject? Right? Is it going to be boom and then we build all that back and we see like wham, wham, and you just go? You're in that spot where it can be still bullish on the macro side, but the price action right now says bearish, bearish, bearish. Just because of this, right? We were looking for this to break here. Remember the Qs? Oh, don't break that low. Okay, break the low. Okay, now you're looking for rejection where? In this bar. You go up to that bar multiple times, reject, 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 finally cross down, giving up the lows, bam, to the downside. Now, I was still hesitant, so I didn't take a play to the downside. Now I'm kind of kicking myself, but I'm like, hey, if it was obvious and very, very clear to me, and I wasn't having that clouded judgment of, we can just see crazy things because this market's super irrational, I probably would have taken it. So that's my fault as a trader. But does that mean I'm going to chase something? No. No, it doesn't. So I need to see now a dictated high for the day. And I need to see if we can cross that high, and then we can start to talk about working in this area. Get a higher low too. Higher low is not bad. This is where you need it. Literally right there. You see that bar? Literally right there. No new low yet to show any pathway down, down, down still. I want it. I would like it to continue and then drop. Like a corrective thing like this. Then you drop at 580. Right? You cross through that low. Maybe you see a little bink right there. Then you come lower. Then we just rip to take that out. And then we go. One more fake out to the downside is what I want. We'll see if I get what I want. AMC going to break down. 310. Right here, 310. Even this wick can be a little hint. You have made, do you see this? Do you see in the price action? Down. So you pay attention to here and here. Goes up to here, rejects. If you make new lows here, you can break through 310, and then that's where you start to maybe head lower into $3. If you lose $3, that's bad. You want to keep $3 today for sure. It's a back and forth game right now. I'm not inclined to think bearish of this until we lose 310. GME, I'm not inclined to be bearish on this like at all. For now, it's until we lose 31.16. Big sellers react up to retest. No pathway lower created yet. So this says we're still likely to go up for now. If we reject and make that new low, that's where we can test into here. And if you reject one more time, that's where you start to go, okay, we can break this. That's how I'm seeing it. I know we're doing the small time frames to really figure this out today. But really, you could just look at a 30-minute and look at those individual stocks like these guys and just acknowledge like, hey, that's a good little thing going on there. It's a good thing going on there. It's a good thing going on here. You need GME to 25 by end of day. Yeah, I want another dip down to take out the day trader stops today. I want these taken out. Because anyone that's trying to go long here, I want those taken out. 25. Yeah, okay. Do you think we spot tag 200 today? I don't really care about the 200. Do I think we tag it today? Didn't we? Did we? We already did. You already tagged it. The crazy thing would be this. The absolutely crazy thing would be we do this, we don't cross, we see support come in, and then we drop in June. That would be the crazy thing. That would be risky. That would be the crazy thing. I would not like that. Actually, I mean, if it gets deeper and it holds, I guess I don't mind it. We're still looking for that daily pullback. This is not the daily pullback yet. If we keep going, it will be. This could be just to continue the move. Holy crap, are we going to go all-time highs now? No. We rejected from the bottom, so I would be inclined to the zone. We are getting to the zone now. What did we say, right? You're going to ping-pong between two zones. You're ping-ponging, right? We said, watch this. You can go ping-pong. And I'm not the best ping-pong player, to admit it to you. I'm not a good ping-pong. I'm okay. I was better in high school. You think GME? I don't think GME is waiting on anything. I just think buyers need to. GME's not waiting right now. Bitcoin, I think, still needs the daily pullback. Look at this pathway down now for Bitcoin, right? Sideways, we break, we head down. Now the 2 hour is still suggesting what? This can be okay. You're looking right, maybe in there. Yeah, 2 hours suggesting it's going to continue. That's what's wild. It's like this stuff can continue. That's what's crazy about these looks right now. So you might hear me giving like multiple takes because this is kind of crazy. Oof, oof. You don't like that from a 1 minute. That says down. This right here says down. Oh, that's not what you needed there. You wanted the buyers to show up strong. You haven't lost them yet, but you start to go below 576.72. It's starting to look like a new low coming. Are you also watching Basset? No, I'll have to hop off by then. I've only got like 15 minutes left. I'm trying to stay till 10:30. So I'll be posting in Patreon if I take anything, though. But we already posted those. You should already be looking at those. If you're part of the Patreon or you took the course and are part of the Patreon, you should be looking at those Palantir, DJT, and SoFi. Those have the best chance. If you just like to trade the SPY, then you're going to have some work to be done for sure. Show them another bearish thing during the morning. That's what I think. And I think volatility needs to push one more time on the 5 minute. And 15, like 5 and 15. The flicks. Did Netflix actually drop for once? Look at Netflix with a 0.3% down. Netflix showed pathway higher. Lower is going to be difficult to see, so you probably have to go 30 minute. Lower, you just hold this. Hold in here. You can head up. That's higher. 1, 2, 3. Make a new high here. If Netflix gets above 1200, you know, it says I'm going to try to take all this out. It does look like head and shoulders, though. So what you're looking for is what, though? Here. Break that, then go up, retest into these sellers. All right, you need to dump here. Retest those sellers now, then you fall again. Right shoulder, that could have been. I like it. How's my target doing? Oh, we're barely down over there. Come on now. Come on, Target. All right, let's see. We're dictating some kind of high. We're really testing into those buyers like as deep as we can for this 5 minute. And they're not very strong. Sellers in control. Buyers might try to take control in about 30 minutes. Volatility trying to turn up again. Who the hell's texting me? My mother. I'm working Saturday, Sunday. Haven't seen you guys since last week. Have you guys see my mama? Pool is open. Woo! That's it. Yeah, if you can hold, you literally just need to hold this to go up more. I'm fine with it going up more. I would like to see one more push. I want to really spread this out, make it obvious. Let me click over to DJT. DJT is already doing it. It's dipping down to the low. Shit, is DJT the one I'm going to have to take? SoFi's like building a block here on the 5 minute. Just shoot down, SoFi. Shoot down, buddy. Come on now. Shoot down so I get this really cheap option. Pool's wide open. Hell yeah. They open during Memorial Day for us here. Oh, fuck that, dude. I never want to go to Ohio. I'm not going to lie. I think I went there once for soccer, and I was like, I never want to be here again. No offense. That's just me. We're just different, right? I grew up differently. Not hating on Ohio people right now. Just personal preference. I hate the cold. I would move to Texas or Florida way before I moved to anywhere north of where I am. I'd move to Like North Carolina. Kind of like North Carolina. Um, SoFi trying to do good things. I want one more push up for SoFi, then reject from the sellers around 13.17 for the perfect little setup. Still heating my pool. Time to clean some pools. Yo, cleaning pools is probably good work. Like, it's probably good money. Yeah, Netflix on the 1 hour, Justin. I don't know about that guy. We tried to break it down a little bit. It's making a 5-minute higher low, which is actually good for Netflix. You're looking for a rejection. Let me try to find a level for you. You're looking for a rejection at 1191 or 1194. If you take out those levels and you make a new high, you're looking for retest and you might be back. You consider Tennessee. I've just never been to Tennessee. Is Envy Nevada? I've only been to Vegas. I have a friend that moved to Nevada. Actually, a business partner from my old business moved to Nevada. Moved to Vegas. Kids today use that. How does Zillow look? Don't make me look at Zillow. No, I'm just kidding. Oh. Nah, hold on. Zillow's getting into those sellers. Extreme buying came in there. 2 hour might want some relief soon. 30-minute is suggesting for Zillow that you have one more down move. And then you're going to get a 2 hour retest of like maybe $69. Yeah, one more down move. Probably to something like 64. You might be close to a bounce for Zillow. But it keeps opening 2 hour pathways down. So if you keep seeing 2 hour pathways down, you have to be just prepared. Like this might just be a 2 hour bounce soon. And I think the 30-minute needs to maybe curl down one more time. Big buyer came in there though. That 830 buy. Big buyer came in there. I'm holding out for 600 for Meta. Meta's a hard one to see. Meta's a hard one because you created such a big clump that you're still in negative trend. And you could get a 2 hour reaction up from Meta, but it doesn't have to be great. So if you're looking at Meta, it can be good. Like these trade setups can be good. It's just this is a risky one. It's not as clear as like Amazon looks less risky to me. But this 2 hour could just curl up and hey, go positive, right? But what does it have to do to go positive? It really needs to take back that high. That's the problem. You literally could see the 2 hour melt up to here and just reject from those sellers just like we did yesterday. You see it? So if you reject from there again, it's not necessarily good. And if you really look at the 30-minute, you're going, wow, like what the hell am I seeing? Like I can't get any real help from my indicator down here on the MACD. The RSI is suggesting, hey, maybe we could see something. You know, maybe this is flattening out. I'm just inclined to be like, I don't really see positive trend yet. I would rather see this first, right? Go test those sellers and then see if these buyers come back in and then see a break right there. Then I can say, okay, high, make a new one. As far as it goes to like 600, what you would want to see now is potentially that retest of here. And then you come back down, you roll it, right? This is kind of where you draw that block up for yourself. You take the high point. At this point, you would just take the high, take the low. You'd say, okay, we broke it. So what do we want to do? We want to react up, fill that gap, and then just roll it. And that might not show like a cross up on your 30-minute. In order to cross up a 30-minute here, you got to be like here. Yeah, so I could see it continuing for Meta, which is crazy. But some stocks are saying we should continue, and some stocks are saying that we're not going to continue. And a lot of the stocks like SoFi and Palantir, DJT, they're saying we should not continue. or at least have a chance to not continue soon and get some kind of 2-hour bounce. So I think Meta still has a pathway down, is what I'm saying. And you can see that from this low, new low. So if you don't go make a high, you're kind of screwed. So if you just do this, you do this, or you just continue now, and then you do that, you're just continuing the pathway down. So you could see a bounce here. I'm not saying you can't see a bounce. And I think there's a risk that we could just snap back, but I'm not seeing really, really good things from Meta. I'm seeing, hey, if it does go up, it probably rejects. The only thing that's confusing is this look from SPY, but we can always make another lip. It doesn't have to be like over right now. Do you kind of see over here? You kind of see this over here? Like all of this going on, all this. And then you just bounce up and you go up to those sellers. You see the sellers here? This is what I think you're at risk of. Right, so you bounce up, right? And where do you go? You have the divergence, right? It looks all right. You had divergence like right there, right here. And it looks all right. And then what does it do? It just tests those sellers and then it just collapses again. Right? Even as you made the new high on the 5-minute, you just gap it down. So it never broke through these sellers in here. And that's what I think you're at risk of right now. Right? This in here. You see like, oh yeah, this is coming back, right? And then it's just a 2-hour move, right? It just goes like 2-hour move, right? Maybe we go up like this, and then it just tears down. That's what I think you're at risk of for the SPY. It's either that or you just keep going. So right now you're in the shorting environment. And I would say possibly the next short would be all the way up here. I don't think we tested them enough. VIX trying to curl down on a 30. I think we have 5-minute move to the upside first. I think 5-minute move to the upside makes sense. Go take care of that gap or at least go test that. If you leave it behind, I think we'll revisit it. I've got a few more minutes here with you guys. We're still playing around with these buyers, really testing them. We're not having a lot of success. If you go into 1 minute and you look at this bar, you're going to see a pathway down. You're really trying to figure your stuff out, but look at this. You keep making those lows. Look at these rejections from this. This is where you want to be looking too. It's a great rejection there. No new low here, so we might be shifting. Let me go look at those names. See if it's set up yet. Nope. SoFi is still saying I want to go down. For now, it's really holding. That's the good part. DJT went and tested those buyers, trying to come back now. And Palantir testing the buyers as well. These things could turn around like right here, actually. SoFi is still worrisome, though. So I would say Palantir and DJT have the risk to reward and the attempt now to make new highs for the 5-minute, meaning the 30-minute could cross up here. I would say the 30-minute for DJT looks great. The 30-minute higher low for Palantir looks great, and I think they attempt to break through soon. SoFi might have more time. Hold on, I got a message here. All right, she's coming back soon. We got a little time. I'm done. Yeah, Donald's like, I'm done. Magic Box Man can go. GME still doing its thing. Nice. Okay, we finally see. I want to see another high here. Yeah, I'm inclined to be patient today, though. I don't have to risk money over the weekend if I don't want to, if I don't see a clear path. GME is still doing its 5% thing. AMC not losing 310. I can just look at that number and be like, all right, not losing 310 today. What the hell? I mean, right now would be the time for it. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. 30-minute can cross up here. Let's see how expensive it is. Oh, DDT. Still looking at that June 20th for every single one. And for DJT, I like that gap, right? 26. 26. You just make sure that pathway is good the whole time, but 26 would be the area for DJT. Okay. You have a little bit of time. Kind of like it for DJT. SoFi, you could still dump this. And then Palantir is positive now. Palantir is dipping into it too. So Palantir would be more expensive. So let's try to find something on the 28th for that. I'm sorry, the 20th. And I want to hit the, let's see what 128 looks like. It's pretty expensive for that long. You might have to shorten that one up. Palantir too expensive. I want to be able to buy manageable contracts. I don't like that one. SoFi. Yeah, I don't want to give people too expensive ones where they have to like blow their whole load for 2 contracts because I know people don't have the amount of money that I might. I think I like the 14s for SoFi. What did I say? 128s. Just in case I can't be on later, I made sure to put those things out there. Make sure we're doing still good practice, right? Make sure we're looking for confirmations or assuming our risk and finding that plan for if it goes wrong. Yeah, U3D, we all are. We don't like it. We need to get rid of that. I think we need to get rid of it. I would rather get rid of it. The only thing that saves you here is a massive squeeze. You're much more likely to see this into like 580, and then you roll it. Maybe you see something like this, right? Or you just do a quick roll, and then you build up. Yeah, I've already gone over those a ton of times. I can't do that all at the end here. I apologize. I have to get off soon. GME was a good time to buy weeks ago when we told you it was a good time to buy. GME turned around before everything else. It's up to you at this point. It keeps making pathway higher. That's good. If you ever see pathway lower, that's now when you break 31.16, by the way, on the 5-minute. The time to buy GME was way down here when we were mentioning it. Bam. You can go look at videos. You can literally go look at our videos from these dates and see that we're saying, hey, you know, this is interesting because GME has 2-hour divergence right here. Hey, that's interesting because GME has daily divergence right here. And then no one wants to buy it when it looks risky, but everyone wants to buy it now that it's popping off. If you want to buy it, you have to understand you're buying it outside of a weekly expected move at a monthly expected move. That's why, you know, assuming the risk here is better than assuming the risk here. But now it's up to you. That is 100% on you, and I'm sorry to say that. Sorry about that, Mike. You have an argument for it's a good time to buy if it squeezes, and it is squeezing. So argument for it, but you know that's why you invest on like daily divergence that's this significant. Like, look at that. Come on, guys. How do I feel about VIX? I think VIX continues. As far as it stands, with volatility, we actually talked about this, right? We talked about filling this gap, right? Now, what's the only gap we haven't filled? Filling this, right? Coming into here. What's the only gap, though? We still have one way up here, so I'm wondering if we need to take care of that. And your 2-hour would suggest we're kind of going to. Your 30-minute would suggest we're at least going to see another push higher. So this could go on for a while, unless we just like figure our stuff out and rip, right? That's why I'm kind of like still a little bit like, make sure this is a decent, manageable position. You keep seeing me say manageable, manageable, manageable in Patreon chat right now. Make sure these are manageable positions, manageable amount of contracts, manageable this. That's why Palantir, it is super expensive. A lot of people are betting money over there. You first lower accounts, right? People that don't have, you know, 25K or more, you definitely could be in a spot where you're taking on too much risk with the position size to get the amount of contracts like 4. If I'm going with something expensive, I still like 4 contracts. That way I can like sell 2, keep 2, sell 3, keep 1, sell 1, keep 3. So I just wanted to mention that. And Mike, yeah, I just wanted to give you the full like lowdown, Mike. Okay. Just know I'm never trying to come at you guys. I actually think we might get the reaction from volatility like now, by the way. So as this has not confirmed, by the way, we need to say that in the chat here. No confirmation yet. Perfectly fine to wait till it sets up. Early, taking early is assuming more risk. There you go. Yeah, we won't be doing this all the time, right? But I think this is good to pay attention to those names and see what happens here. See if the management, this is a good time for like DJT and these types to see like, oh, okay, does it take back, does it do this, and then does it fail, and do I need to manage risk, right? These are good ones you can practice on. And one of the things you might be practicing right now for something like DJT is patience, right? If you're just waiting for the 30-minute to really like show itself, that would be very, very nice, right? Patience is something you can practice. We might need to go down to a weekly expected move first, right? We might want to go down a little bit lower first. SoFi might want to roll this one more time. We just crossed on the 30-minute. That's good. I want to roll this thing now. I want to either see one upward move and roll. Actually, I want to roll it now. No, fuck that. SoFi, I want you to roll. I want you to maybe get one push higher, like a quick one. I want it to go wham and then sell off. Oh, this is like, I'm going to be patient because unless the trade is like really, really good. Don't make that pathway lower. If you make pathway lower, I need this to break through. And we'll go over these things at the end of the day today. We are going live today at the end of the day. All right. But VIX, I see 5-minute continuation. I see us, if we leave a gap behind and that 5-minute just goes bink and then we turn down, I still see that gap getting filled soon. And I think you could see like the 30-minute completely wipe out, like especially if you go up and then you wipe all that out, and then volatility turns up one more time. And I think the 2-hour could do it as well. You can really extend volatility for a long time here. If this is just Vixpiration nonsense, then we should see the 2-hour just cross down and it collapse. We should see a squeeze. If this is just Vixpiration nonsense, because we're right around that time, right? That just happened 2 days ago. Then you might see these things rip off. And that's why these like Palantirs, DJTs, and SoFis are showing things. Amazon showing things. That would mean we need a rip. We need a rip. All right, good. Make the new high. We set the low. Now we see, okay, rip up, fail, bink, 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 then go. That's what I would like to see. All right, guys, it is now 10:32, so I have to hop off. Patreon members, if you want to look in there for some ideas, make sure you're doing your own research, doing your own analysis, making sure you have the 3 to 5 reasons to take a trade, just like we discussed in the full technical analysis course, okay? That full technical analysis course, guys, is 80% off. I will be working a lot on the price action videos this weekend, so if you're looking for even more interesting things, if you already have it, hey, go into that course potentially early on next week, and we'll have some content for you in there, okay? The other part is it's only 80% off for like a week. Okay, you only have a week left to get it. This weekend is the perfect weekend if you're struggling, if you're not understanding what's going on, if you're putting too much risk on the market, you don't realize what's going on here. It can be a great learning experience for you. It will help you out. Even if it's one little category that helps you, the people have said, I ask like, what's your favorite part? And they literally come in and they go, this person says the MACD divergences were really confusing for me and I didn't understand why they were important. Okay, now I understand them and I have faith in them now and I understand what to look for around them. These type of things can make you much better as a trader, okay? These are all things that I utilize every single day. And if you're showing up to the live show and you're still confused by the way we're talking, a lot of people in the chat can tell you, once I took that course, everything starts to make a lot more sense. And now we can make even more sense by giving you some more content in there with price action. I think we're ready for it. Don't you guys think we're ready for it? I think we're ready for price action. I use it a lot now. Yeah, as long as like you understand the MACD, like you have a good understanding and don't just think like, oh, it crosses up, so good things. You need a better understanding than that. I will say that. For the time being, still looks like we're going to try to head up here, right? Looks like we're going to use these buyers to try to project a little bit higher. Still learning, Jonna. It's a process. I'm still learning too. I like to always be learning, right? I like to always say, I love learning, love learning, love learning. It'll, just that 0.1 or 1% better every single day. Very, very good. All right, guys, I have to hop off of here. All those things are down there in the description. If you want to join the Patreon, it's down there too. But other than that, guys, I just hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will be here for the close, all right? So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace. I'll see you in a little bit, Brandon. Come back. Turn those notifications on. I'll see you at Power Hour, all right? Peace out, guys.